Hey guys, this is WWE NXT superstar Dominic Dijakovic. I want you to feast your eyes on the Heel Steven YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe everything on there, and be sure to check out Around the Point and The Throwback. Feast your eyes.
Are we live? Are we live right now? That is the question right now as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are. We are now live here on YouTube.com. This is another installment of Around the Point here for Sunday, August 16th, 2020. We are now officially into SummerSlam week. And yes, like the title says, like the thumbnail even says, the lettering there, yes, WWE is actually leaving the Performance Center after all. They actually found a way to prove me, and I guess a lot of people, wrong at the end of the fucking day. And hats off to them. Believe it or not, hats off to them. Even though I did say that I didn't think it was possible. I did not think it was possible, but fuck it, they proved me wrong. But thank you all again for tuning in live to the podcast. If you are new to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video, podcast, what have you, the live stream, the playback, a big old thumbs up and share it throughout your entire social media platforms, wherever it is that you share videos. You can also listen to Around the Point on all of our podcasting platforms, so you can listen to podcasts on your mobile device or your car, what have you, on Apple Podcasts. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us the 5-star rating and give us a review. We're also available on Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Anchor.fm, which is a sponsor of Around the Point, and as well as over as the good people over at Spotify. So if you have these platforms, please give the podcast a listen on these respective audio platforms, wherever it is, once again, where you listen to podcast. Also, guys, let me help you guys save some money in all your online shopping with Honey. Let Honey save you money. Get instant deals and coupons and promo codes on all of your online shopping, whether you're on Amazon, eBay, Wish, WWE Shop, believe it or not, as well. For all my sneakerheads out there, would be Foot Locker, Foot Action, Finish Line, GOAT, Nike, Adidas. Let Honey save you money. Down below in the description box of the video version of the podcast, there is a link. Click on it. It's a special link. Sign up through that special link. And once again, let Honey start saving you money. And there I am. Hey guys, how are you? How are you? Hey. Also, I'll give a big thank you once again to Dave Sack for getting NXT superstar Dominic Dijakovic to give that intro that you listened to at the beginning of the podcast there. I played that clip in a couple of videos in the past. Just wanted to put it out in the podcast, if you will. I have, and Dave Sack, by the way, I'm going to say this right now, has got another wrestler, if you will, to do an intro for the podcast. That'll be dropping in one of the upcoming episodes. All I know is going to be a good one, if you will. So there's that. That's all I'm going to say right now. It's a surprise, if you will. So there's that. I hope all of you, again, are having a wonderful day, a wonderful week. I'll be honest with all of you right now. I'm going to keep it 100. There is a part of me, honestly, that was not going to do Around the Point this week. I really was not feeling it. I really didn't watch that much wrestling this week. I was busy with work like crazy this week. So there's that. I'm a little bit out of the loop. I caught some clips here and there, but I really thought about, you know what, this week, it's SummerSlam week. I'm going to just put Around the Point on hold for now. I'll get back to it once we get into SummerSlam. You know, again, this whole week, in general, I'll be dropping content on the channel. You know, with the SummerSlam predictions, TakeOver 30 predictions, I will be doing a SummerSlam live review this coming Sunday once the show is off the air. I am going to WrestlePro, which is an independent event here in New Jersey in my area, this coming Saturday, which will be taking place the same day as TakeOver 30, and apparently AEW Dynamite. I did not know about that until literally this coming Wednesday. I found out about it, right? This past Wednesday, I'm sorry. I heard about what was going down with Dynamite and AEW, since the NBA is also having, games during the Wednesdays, if you will. And apparently as well in the month of September. And I said this to a lot of people. This was going to happen. Pandemic or not, the NBA was not going to take a backseat to AEW. But that's nor here or there right now, okay? But there's a lot of things going on this week. So as far as TakeOver goes, as far as the review, that will probably be a recorded review. Just an update on that. I might change my mind. Depends how I'm feeling, honestly. But again, this week has just been crazy. Work-wise, if you're a soccer fan and if you've been watching the UEFA Champions League, holy shit. It's like every single favorite team that you can think of that could probably win this tournament, right? Win the Champions League. Eliminated, right? It started with Real Madrid and Juventus. They went to Atletico Madrid. Literally yesterday losing, I believe it was 3-1 to, if I have the results here, right? They lost 3-1. Man City lost to fucking Lyon, right? Barcelona literally got swept 8-2 against Bayern Munich. Atletico Madrid lost to Leipzig. If I'm butchering the name or not, I apologize. Leipzig, right? The team from the Bundesliga. Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, barely made it out of the quarterfinals by eliminating Atlanta, but fucking hell, they struggled. They literally fucking struggled. So now the semifinals of this tournament, right? It goes down. Well, the first game starts on Tuesday, which is literally this Tuesday. It's Paris Saint-Germain and RB Leipzig, right? That's going to be at 3 o'clock on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, which a game I'm looking forward to, is Bayern Munich and a team that I think is honestly right now a dark horse in this entire tournament right now. That is Lyon. That's at 3 p.m. If I'm going with the finals right now, in a perfect scenario, in a perfect world, it would be Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. That'll be the ideal finale of the Champions League. But at the same time, I'm going to say this right now, this Champions League, again, with the pandemic and all that, has been crap. It really has been crap. Apparently, there's no longer the 2 games. There's 1 game and that's it, which I don't mind, honestly, going forward. But at the same time, it just hasn't really been that thrilling or exciting as it would have been, let's say, last year, years in the past, when there was an audience, there was a crowd in these stadiums. But that's no here or there. And again, I know a lot of you don't even watch. I don't know, a lot of you don't even watch the fucking UEFA Champions League. But there's that. But again, that is indeed, guys, around the point. Let's get into some of the wrestling talk that's happened this week and all that stuff. All right. Yeah, rest in peace, Xavier. That's another one, yo. Rest in peace, fucking Xavier. Rest in peace. What's up, Tony Khan? How you doing, buddy? Anyway, let's get into this whole shit right now. So, SummerSlam, they actually found a new home. They actually found a home. Believe it or not, holy crap, yes. This whole time we were talking about SummerSlam taking place at the Performance Center, and instead now, right, there's talks of them going to Atlantic City, and now that's not even happening now. But now it's been apparent that they'll be doing their show, SummerSlam that is, right, from the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. Just, again, not, in a way, I'm shocked, in a way, to be honest with all you guys, in a way, I'm shocked. But at the same fucking time, they proved me wrong. They proved a lot of people wrong. They proved myself, many people, this whole talk, they will not find another location. Because again, WWE's been wanting to get out of the fucking Performance Center for a long time. and they actually got out of it. Apparently, per the notes that I got here, right? Let's see here. WWE was spotted literally this past week loading sets and other production items into the Amway Center on Friday. More information has come to light regarding the agreement that the company has with the Amway Center. According to a recent report from News 13 Orlando's John Alba, WWE has agreed with the city of Orlando to use the Amway Center through October 30th. So they're using the Amway Center not just for SummerSlam, but for Raw and SmackDown, and I'm assuming going forward the pay-per-views. With no fans present in the building during their time, it's unlikely exactly what WWE has planned for the Amway Center will be, but it's assumed that things will kick off with this coming Sunday SummerSlam. While no fans will be allowed in the venue, there have also been rumors of other methods for interaction to occur, such as allowing virtual fans to appear in the arena, similar to how the NBA and MLB have been operating during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, I wasn't really sure how the fuck do these virtual fans work for the NBA or the MLB, because again, I'm not really that much into baseball or basketball. I'm really not. I got friends that are, and that's fine. Mostly me, it's soccer and combat sports. So apparently, from what I've been reading, the way they're doing this, right, for the NBA, they have like this giant 17-foot screen, and they have like these tall video screens right near the court, and I guess you sign up, it's free apparently, and 300 faces show up. It's you literally, it's like a giant Zoom call, and you're cheering, you're booing, I guess, what's going on in the game. The idea of virtual fans, again, I don't know how they're going to make this work. I can only assume that they're going to have one giant screen in the crowd, I'm assuming. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. And that's going to be the idea of the crowd. Now, granted, it's apparently as well, they pick. Like, can you imagine they have some dorky fan in a Bullet Club shirt booing everything? Or you kind of get the idea, right? This is what happens when you have this opportunity. It happens. But I'm curious though. I'm curious how this is gonna go out, how this is gonna be, and all that shit, right? I'm curious. I'm really, really curious on how all this is gonna occur, if you will. It's curiosity right now. I'm just wondering, like, the idea of having all these virtual fans. I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do it. I'm curious. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. At the same time, though, again, they're not gonna be at the Performance Center. Apparently, NXT will be still at the Performance Center, Winter Park, what have you, or at the fucking wherever they have their shows, fucking Full Sail University. But that's the plan. They're no longer at the PC. What I think a lot of people have wanted for a long time. All right, get out of the PC, all right, which is finally happening. I can't sit here and be like, oh, yay, awesome, if you will. But at the same time, you know what? Let's see how all this shit pans out. And at the same time, hey, SummerSlam is literally their second biggest show of the year. It's literally their second biggest show of the year. So you want them to be, I guess, out of this, out of this warehouse. And yeah, there's that. Again, it sucked that WrestleMania was at the Performance Center, right? You know what? Let's see how all this shit pans out. And there we go. I can hear myself. Great. I can fucking hear myself and shit. Fucking awesome. But again, it sucked that WrestleMania was at the Performance Center. Again, COVID happened. It is what it is. You had these pay-per-views at the Performance Center, these tapings, what have you. And now there's talks, again, they're going to be at the Amway Center all the way through October 30th. No fans whatsoever. Again, this virtual fan idea. Again, I'm just wondering how it's going to be. But who the hell knows? Maybe come October 30th, by that time, there's a vaccine, which I doubt, honestly. I really fucking doubt it. But guys, chime in your thoughts. Chime in your thoughts on all of this. Your thoughts on them SummerSlam and the Amway Center and all that stuff, guys. Chime in your thoughts with that, because I'm curious. I'm really am curious on that. But speaking of WWE, Sonya Deville was also in talks literally today, which went away. When I heard what happened, it's a shocker. I can't believe it happened, but yeah, a lot of crazy things can happen with fans. Let's just say that right now. So, a South Carolina man was arrested early Sunday for attempting to kidnap a Lutz homeowner. Lutz, it comes off very sloppy, but it is what it is. Who he had never met, but stalked on social media for years. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office said investigators did not identify the victim, but the home where the suspect was arrested is owned by Daria Barranto. Barranto. If I'm butchering the name, I apologize. But AKA, she goes by Sonya Deville in WWE. We already know that already. But that was the thing, right? Philip A. Thomas II, 24, began planning the abduction 8 months ago, according to the sheriff's office. This is the crazy part about it too, right? Apparently, this dude parked his car around midnight, right? At Idlewild Church off Dale Marby Highway and Van Dyke Road in Lutz, and walked to a home on Hammock Boulevard in the promenade at Lake Park subdivision. The sheriff office said in a news release, right? So this guy, I'm assuming here, literally, in other words, he showed up to the area at midnight, right? Apparently, he cut a hole in the patio screen and remained on the patio 3 to 4 hours while watching and listening through the window at 2:43 a.m. after the homeowner had gone to bed. Thomas entered the home through a sliding glass door, activating the alarm. The homeowner looked out the window, spotted Thomas on the property, and fled with a guest in a car. The homeowner called 911. Thomas was still in the house when deputies arrived. He was carrying a knife, plastic zip ties, duct tape, mace, and other items, and told deputies he was planning to take the homeowner hostage. Apparently, he listed on a jail booking sheet as an Applebee's crew member. He has been charged with aggravated stalking, armed burglary of a dwelling attempt, armed kidnapping, and criminal mischief. He was being held without bail. And this is sickening. This is just beyond just fucking weird. Completely just fucking disgusting. Let's keep it real about it. Listen, it's one thing being a fan. Let's just get it out there right now. One thing being a fan of a certain wrestler, promotion, what have you, right? And then you have these giant super fans. And then you have this. You have this whole thing. And apparently, this dude on Twitter has been posting these tweets to Sonya Deville for a long time. Apparently, he's had this giant crush on her. Not realizing that Sonya Deville is gay. For a very long time, she's been gay. Supportive of the LGBT community, what have you. But I guess in this dude's mentality, it went in one ear, went out the other. Just the way it is about it. And we've seen this before. All these crazy, deranged fans, right? Doesn't matter what promotion they rep. They're out there, right? Not to mention these, again, the fans that will do this shit. And then you have these crazy fans as well. Again, all of this just falls into this category in a way. These crazy fans that will literally wait outside the hotel because they will find out what hotel the wrestlers are staying. This is before the pandemic, right? Whenever WWE would show up to a certain town, right? a lot of these fans would find out what hotel they're staying in. And they will wait for, I guess, the bus, the bus that carries all the superstars, what have you, at the hotel. And they would go, right? And would go on their fucking Android phone. Yes, I used to have an Android phone. Now I'm an iPhone fucking user. So there's that, right? Now I'm an now I'm an iPhone user. But they would go on their shitty Android phone, right? And ask said wrestler, hey, can I take a photo with you, right? And wrestler, because they don't want to be assholes and shit, they don't want to be dicks or asshole and shit, would take the photo, right? And then dorky fan, dorky Mark 95 would go on Twitter and write, I just met at blank wrestler, right? Tweet, best day ever, hashtag marking out. I'm just giving an example, okay? Or if not, they'll go to the airport the following morning at fucking 3 a.m. and get a photo, what have you. It's just some creepy shit. Or I've seen this shit too, especially at the shows that I've gone to, right? Especially at the shows that I've gone to. A lot of these fans are cheap as fuck as well. They would literally go to the show. And well, a lot of fans will pay their hard-earned money, right, to attend a meet and greet. At the indie show, this is one of the things, it's meet and greet, right? You fork over whatever the fuck amount it is, whether it's $30, $40, $50, $100, depends on who it is and all that stuff, right? To go get your photo, an autograph, what have you. You chat for a little bit, but that's the norm. Some of these dorky fans, these cheap dorky fans, would literally wait outside the venue for a photo, which I think is stupid too. But again, the point of the matter is, wrestling fans to this extreme can be sickening. It's disgusting. I'm glad to know that Sonya Deville is okay. Apparently, again, just the idea. Can you imagine if her house alarm did not go off, and then that happened? Just the thought of that for once. Just give that a thought right now. Imagine what would have happened if the fucking alarms did not go off right now. Imagine that right now. What would have happened if fucking the alarms did not go off in that house? Would have been crazy. Would have been fucking insane right now. But at the end of the day, this dude needs to go to jail for a long time. No bail, that's good. But again, it needs to be a message to everyone out there. Again, it's cool. It's cool if you're a fan. But at the end of the day, these wrestlers don't owe you anything. They don't owe you an explanation. Let them live their life at the end of the fucking day. If you guys have questions for the show, drop in your questions, okay? Just drop in your fucking questions. All right, I'm not gonna... This might be a short show, by the way. It might end up being a short show, but there's that. But again, the idea of that is just crazy. This guy literally planned this whole operation for the last 8 months. Can you have any idea, like, bro, the things you could have done in the last 8 months productively? I'm just saying, read a book, learn a recipe. I'm drinking fucking chicha morada. I don't know. Learn to play a video game. I don't fucking know. But do something productive. The idea, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and stalk this person and get in my car, right? Drive to a different state during a fucking pandemic of all fucking things and try to kidnap Sonya Deville. Of all wrestlers, right? The one that has the MMA background, right? Speaking of Sonya Deville, it's been reported that at SummerSlam is going to be Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose now in a hair versus hair match. So someone's going to get shaved bald. Likely it'll be Sonya Deville. But let's see. The idea of Mandy Rose being shaved bald, could she take one for the team? We'll see. We'll fucking see. Again, I didn't really watch Monday Night Raw like that. I really did not. I did hear what happened though with Ric Flair. He got a low blow by Randy Orton, and then they tried to do the whole thing where Orton was gonna punt kick him, and I think he did, but the lights went off. But obviously, he did not really punt kick Ric Flair. The lights went out, and that just closed the show. So there's that. Apparently, Retribution, the Foot Clan of WWE, grabbed a fucking brick or something, and they threw it at the Performance Center window or the door, what have you. There was that. I did see the contract signing of Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio, who apparently not only did he sign his contract to be a WWE superstar, but he's also signed a contract to have a match with Seth Rollins, right? So this kid had a big night on Monday. He had a big night, right? Signed his contract. Samoa Joe spoke for him a little bit on the mic. Apparently, Samoa Joe couldn't attack Rollins, couldn't get involved because he would have been fired. So there was that. And then the lashing with the kendo stick of Dominic Mysterio, which that's what they're calling him, by Seth Rollins and Murphy. Now, I said this on Twitter when this was happening. You know, I think down the road, he's going to benefit more by just going by Dominic. Because to me, Dominic Mysterio, I get why he's doing it. I understand the reasoning. Hey, he's paying homage to his father. It's a Lucha Libre tradition, just like Blue Demon Jr. Just give me an example, okay? And stuff like that. I get that. Fine. However, or you know, LA Park or La Parka, or Hijo de LA Park and all that stuff. So it's tradition, right? He's paying homage to his father, carrying on that legacy. And that's fine. But I think, to me, he's better off to being called Dominic. There's no need to call him Dominic Mysterio. It's just, to me, cringeworthy. Dominic Mysterio, right? At the same time, if there was ever a time or to cut someone's name, it'll be him. I guarantee you, a couple months from now, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna chop his name, and he'll be Dominic. We'll see. But at the same time, though, don't expect this dude to be at the main roster this whole time. He's going back to the developmental. But at the same time, again, we don't know how good or how bad he is. It's up in the air right now. It's completely right now up in the air how good or how bad this guy really, really is right now. So there's that. But I did see the lashing, and again, it looked cringeworthy in the sense of it was hard to watch, right? So they got that thumbs up. At the same time, though, Dominic took it like a champ. That's what they do. That is a new initiation in WWE, right? You get kendo sticks and shit like that, right? But again, Dominic took this shit like a fucking man. Right. At the same time, and I said this last week on the show with Big Mike, my big issue with him is he comes out dripped out like he owns something, like he is already the man, but he's still developmental. Right. You see him rocking Balenciagas, Yeezys, Givenchy, right? Supreme. Like he's dripped out on all this expensive clothing, like he's a big deal, but in reality he's not, right? But you forget that he's in developmental, right? And I said, you know, can't this kid come out in a regular white tee and some sweatpants and some fucking Nike Air Max, just saying, or plain Air Force Ones, just saying, right? He wears dad's shirt, got ripped up, and he got whipped with the fucking kendo sticks and shit like that. His body was just a fucking mess when this whole thing was over with. Likely at SummerSlam, Rollins will get his comeuppance, get his ass kicked. Well, we'll see. But at the same time, again, the big question is, coming into SummerSlam, how good or how bad he really is, that being Dominic. We don't know. I look forward to seeing it. Don't get me the fuck wrong. But there's that. Rey Mysterio returns tomorrow on Raw. That's awesome. Cool. But at the same time, though, we don't even know if Mysterio signed a new deal or not. For all we know, hey, he shows up, but they haven't signed anything yet. I do believe, though, that they locked him in. To be honest with you, I do feel like they locked him in. But let's see where all this goes into in effect. My notes here real quick. Ring of Honor. If you're a Ring of Honor fan, real quick. Today, former Ring of Honor World Champion Xavier passed away at the age of 43, which is really, really sad to hear. Apparently, he died at age 43, which is so young to go out. The reasoning for his passing hasn't been announced yet. which sucks. Again, at age 43 to go out. I do know, yeah, he was a former Ring of Honor World Champion. I think their second Ring of Honor World Champion. He did compete in amateur MMA. He did wrestle for some of these indie promotions here in the Northeast, the Jersey All Pro, Ring of Honor, to name Northeast Wrestling, to name a few. He did have matches with Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan. I think also low key, he was part of the Embassy. But again, it just sucks. It's terrible. There was talks of him actually competing in this past and present tournament that they were doing in Ring of Honor before the pandemic and all that stuff. He was supposed to wrestle Jay Lethal, and it's not happening. Well, because again, the pandemic, and now that he passed away. So thoughts and prayer goes out to him, to his family, his friends, and everyone out there that has been a fan of his and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure Ring of Honor on their website will make an announcement of some sort, talking about this, or they'll mention on their social media if they haven't yet. But also, moving on here from more Ring of Honor news. Ring of Honor, they'll be resuming television programming. That's right. Ring of Honor will resume filming their TV shows this month after ceasing production in March due to COVID-19. The company announced the following on Tuesday via a press release, and quote, "With the safety and health of talent, staff, and production crew at the forefront, Ring of Honor Wrestling will return to producing new episodes of the Ring of Honor Wrestling television program this August 2020 in the home state of Maryland. ROH will adhere to every a very stringent protocol, as well as the regulations set in place by the Maryland State Athletic Commission. ROH will be instituting the necessary testing and safety measures in a continued effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19. There will be no fans or staff who are not essential to the production present during these events. Taking care of our people during this difficult time has been and still is our number one priority," ROH Chief Operating Officer Joe Koff said. That's why we have spent many weeks working alongside the Maryland State Commission and gearing towards our return to producing wrestling action. The strictest of protocol testing and measures will be in place to assure us this directive. I think it's awesome, cool. I mean, listen, if you're a Ring of Honor fan, this is what you want to hear, I guess. Ring of Honor's back on television on a weekly basis. No fans, which is normal now. That's the new norm. No fans, unless if you're AEW, right, and you're bringing in fans to sit somewhere on top of fucking Daly's place and shit. But again, if you're a Ring of Honor fan, I guess you're happy. Listen, I haven't really watched Ring of Honor in so long, and the last thing that I watched was, I want to say, and if I'm wrong on this, I'm wrong, I think it was Final Battle, where I think it was PCO who won the Ring of Honor World title. I think that was it. Yeah, PCO, he won the Ring of Honor World title from Roosh. And then I think Roosh won it back weeks later, what have you. But still, that's the last time that I watched Ring of Honor. So yeah, I mean, good on them. I do know as well that they're doing a whole tournament to crown a new pure champion. So that's something to look forward to, I guess, as well. So yeah, good on Ring of Honor for that. Good on them. But at the same time, though, they do need a buzz. One thing I've said a long time ago, Ring of Honor lacks buzz right now. Ever since the whole thing happened with the Elite and Cody and Hangman leaving and shit like that, they've been lacking buzz. So good on them that they're back. And if you're a Ring of Honor fan, even better, right? So there's that. All right. There's fucking that. Moving on with the news here. Because again, this is going to be a short show. Speaking of independent wrestling, as we're on the topic here, after years of rumors, multiple independent promotions will finally have have some of their content uploaded to the WWE Network, and it started this weekend. WWE on their website, WWE.com, posted an announcement that said the following quote: "Evolve Progress Wrestling from England. Evolve Progress Wrestling from England, Germany's WXW, and Scotland's ICW will debut for subscribers to the award-winning streaming service, giving the WWE Universe a chance to see some of their favorite superstars like never before. And this is just the beginning. You'll continue to see footage from their libraries as well as new and exciting content from all of these promotions on WWE Network in the weeks and months to come. The first drop features a pair of compilations highlighting two of WWE and NXT's top stars, along with full shows of each promotion. The Best of Drew McIntyre and Evolve features the WWE Champion in action before his 2017 return to the company. You'll see McIntyre in thrilling matches against the likes of Ricochet, Johnny Gargano, Roderick Strong, Aleister Black, and Matt Riddle. The Best of Keith Lee in Evolve features NXT Champion coming into his own before making the jump to the black and gold brand. In this compilation, the Limitless One takes on Timothy Thatcher, Walter, Matt Riddle. The special feature also features a pair of early battles against his rival and close friend Dominic Dijakovic. I did also mention as well, if I can go back here real quick here, god damn it. If I can go back here real quick. The talks of ICW and Progress, which again, I'm happy for. I think this is what I think a lot of fans have wanted for a long time. And now they're getting it. I'm happy. Believe it or not, I know this is on the network now, and I haven't even watched. I'm such a bad fan. I know. Holy crap, sue me. But again, for a long time, fans have been wanting to see other promotions on the network. There's been rumors about it, and now here it is. In addition to both shows, WWE will also upload the following events from these promotions: WXW Femme Fatales 2019, WXW Ambition 11, Progress Wrestling Chapter 92, and ICW SUGA House Party 592. These promotions have been rumored again to be part of the WWE Network plans for a tiered subscription package, but that never came to fruition. And again, I'm happy for them. Good on them. You're not a bad fan, you're a busy man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you on that, Chief. Appreciate you on that. And again, I haven't really watched any of these shows yet. I want to actually. But it's cool though. Listen, they have the library, they have the rights now to all these stuff, especially Evolve more than anything, and Progress too. More importantly, what this does, if you're someone like Progress and ICW and a WXW, right? This is mostly in Europe. Once the world goes back to normal, right? When it does happen. We don't know when it's going to happen. Maybe a year from now or two. Who the fuck knows, right? But when shit gets back to normal and shows are running again with crowds, what this does, it gives them the rub, the exposure, if you will, which I'm pretty sure a lot of them are going to want to. And also, from what I'm reading here, these shows will all, once they have their live shows and stuff like that, it'll be streamed on the network. That's a win. That's a fucking win. And it's eyeballs on the talent. It's an eyeball on the promotion. At the same time, if you're WWE, if you have someone like Drew McIntyre, someone like, you know, people that have been in Evolve, right? Like a Keith Lee, a Matt Riddle, right? Just to give you an example, right? That have been there. Johnny Gargano's another one. Austin Theory, what this does is when you want to do a video package, right? For, let's say they have a big match coming up, right? Whatever the fuck it may be, you can add these clips into these packages, gives them a story, hypes them up even more. That's a win. That's a fucking win in my eyes. So good on them for that. I did see someone say, oh, they're going to dub over some of the stuff, though. Yeah, no shit. I mean, I'm not surprised, really. Especially Grado's entrance. Grado of all fucking people. Grado, who I know, who hasn't been mentioned in a long time, was sort of an act in Impact Wrestling, right? He wrestled, though, for ICW. And one of the things about him back in the day was his entrance to a Madonna song, right? I think it's Like a Prayer. And people would sing along with Grado as he comes out to the ring. So now that a lot of the ICW shows are on the network, oh my God, all the editing they got to do. And yeah, no shit. Don't be surprised. Don't be fucking. And again, it's not even the artist, it's the record labels. That's what it is. It's the fucking record labels. Guys, if you have questions for the show, drop in your questions when you get a chance and all that stuff, and I'll answer them to the best of my fucking ability. But yeah, that's another thing too. Like, that's another thing. You know, again, it's good for them. It's awesome. But more importantly, again, it's a win for everyone. It's a win for everyone. So there's that. Let's see here. What else is going to be dropping on here? AEW. This week. I didn't watch Dynamite. I did see some clips here and there. I did see what they did with FTR and the Bucks and the team of the Rock and Roll Express and Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. I get what they were trying to do almost. Like, okay, I get that many, many years ago, right? One of the feuds, if you will, was, I guess, back in the Crockett years, right? It was the Rock and Roll Express and versus Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, right? And that was the thing. And the idea is, hey, that was a feud. And what you're looking into now in today's wrestling, right? In their eyes, that they're trying to point out or put out there is that the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and FTR, right? These two teams are supposed to be the modern day Rock and Roll Express versus Arn Anderson. I almost said Ole. I don't know why. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. That's the vibe I got from this. To me, no. We should not try to rehash something that happened many years ago or try to make it seem like it's an offspring or something. No. And out came Sean Spears. Apparently there was a little brawl. And next thing you fucking, it's funny because you have the Rock and Roll Express and Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, but they're about to go at it. It seemed like, right? They're about to go at it, what have you. And the next thing you know, they're all brawling, what have you. And then I think it was Wheeler, again, one of the members of FTR, okay, falls and he takes his knee brace off and he attacks. I think it was one of the members of the Rock and Roll Express, right? He attacks him and then they do the pile driver and they haul out of the ring. So now I guess FTR is a heel, even though they've been heels for a long time. And from there we go to All Out. This is a match I wouldn't be surprised. FTR versus the Young Bucks at All Out. Why the fuck not? Sign me the fuck up. Should be a fun match, but after this, then what? Then fucking what? We also got releases from AEW this week. 3 releases happened. International, if you will. They released Sadie Gibbs, Bea Priestley, and Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc has been gone because of the whole speaking out movement and all these accusations towards him. He got sent to rehab, what have you, and now he got released. I want to believe that the other two, more than anything, is because of the travel issue. Sadie Gibbs does live in the UK. Bea Priestley, who is dating Will Ospreay, they both live in Japan, but they're in the UK because of the COVID and the travel ban, what have you. So there's that too. But I'm not surprised. You know, again, there's been talk, oh, WWE let go all these people, right? They let go of, like, what was it, like almost 30-some people they let go. And yeah, that was terrible as it is. And AEW now, it looks like they're doing the same thing because of the pandemic and all that stuff. And Tony Khan did say this is going to happen if this continues going. So you're trimming the fat, and you start off with the international talent. You start off with them. All right. So I'm not surprised with that. I'm really, really not surprised with that. So, again, it's fine. What have you. I'm pretty sure once the child ban is lifted again, that they'll be back. That being Bea Priestley. But at the same time, though, I remember, again, when Bea Priestley did show up in AEW, she was coming in from Japan every single fucking week. So it seemed. That's a fucking travel expense right there every single fucking week. Which is crazy. It's just fucking insane when you think about it, right? Do you see Orange Cassidy as a main eventer? He's entertaining. He's entertaining. But do I see him as a main eventer? Honestly, no. To me, he's just a good act to have on television, right? That's entertaining, what have you, right, for some people. But I don't see him like this major, oh my God, star that people put him out to be. If that's what you're wondering. No, I don't. Again, listen, I get the whole gimmick. I get it. He puts his hand in his pocket. He does these shitty little kicks. I get the gimmick. I get it. He's someone who doesn't really give a fuck. I think the Young Bucks said in an interview that them signing Orange Cassidy was supposed to be a big fuck you to the wrestling business. That should just tell you everything you need to know right there. I did see the main event, him and Jericho. I wasn't a fan of the match. I thought the first match was better. This was rushed to me, the second match. You knew going in that Orange Cassidy was going to win. I'm pretty sure now that the third match will happen at All Out, right? I'm sure some stipulation somehow, right? I don't know, a cage. I don't fucking know. But they'll do something. But there's that. But to answer your question, is he a main eventer? No. Is he, I guess, entertaining for some people? Yes. For some people, no. It depends who you talk to. If you talk to a diehard AEW fan who will watch the show blindly, they'll tell you, oh, he's a main eventer. Oh, hell yeah, he is. So there's that. Speaking of which, what else has happened here? So also on Dynamite, I saw, well, the whole world saw, that is, right? The brand new TNT Championship. If it's finally completed, it's finally finished. And people have been wondering, how will the completed version look? Right? Well, my friends, here it is. The brand new completed TNT Championship held by Cody right now. As you can see, it still has the center as it looks like a fucking nickel. There's that. It has some gold shine to it. The TNT logo now has gold to it. The word champion now has been painted in gold. The AEW logo has been finished as well. Here's the thing about it. I know a lot of people on the internet was giving this belt a hard time. Oh, it's a shitty looking belt. When it first dropped, oh, this belt is terrible. What the fuck? But at the same time, it wasn't completed because of COVID and the pandemic. So they panicked and they sent out an incomplete version of the TNT Championship to Double or Nothing, which Cody has been rocking for a while now. So now here's the completed version. And here's the thing about it. As far as the title goes, is it the best looking belt that I've seen? No. Is it terrible? Like, oh my God, this is the worst shit I've seen? No. I still think that the fucking 24/7 title is terrible to look at. I still think that this belt is better than some of the titles that we see currently in WWE. But at the same time, though, it's not a belt that I hate with a fucking passion, if you will. It's, for AEW standard, a solid belt, to be honest with all of you. That's my opinion. I want to ask you guys at the same time your thoughts on the new completed version of the TNT Championship. Your thoughts on the belt and all that stuff. Some of you may like it, some of you may not. That's practically normal. That's practically fucking normal here. I did watch last night UFC 252, the main event, Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic. I thought overall it was a very close fight. I did think, though, that Stipe did win the fight, despite the eye pokes from both guys. And again, just a crazy back and forth fight. Crazy back and forth. But this was DC's final fight. Even though that's what he says, I don't really think, though, that this is his final fight. I do think, though, at the same time, that he wants to finish off on a good note. I would not be surprised if they end up doing a match where, or a fight, a fight with John Jones. There's that, but we'll see. I mean, again, if you're Daniel Cormier, right? Hey, he did say he had to fight for a title, but why not also fight John Jones in a trilogy fight, and he beats John Jones if he does, and then he goes out. But we'll see what happens with that. But again, good on Stipe, good fight. He won. There talks now going to be him and Francis Ngannou. Likely will happen, but we shall see on that. NXT real quick. I did hear that Shotzi Blackheart over the past week had her car stolen and some of her wrestling gear. Apparently, she was sad because she lost her helmet. And the story behind it too, hey, when she started training at the wrestling school that she went to, there was the helmet that was always there. So when she had her first match, she brought the helmet, and that's always been a part of her, like a staple of her, if you will, a staple to her, if you will. And it was sentimental to her. And then the report came out that they located the car, and it's funny, she did a video. She did a video on her YouTube channel, I think it was, and she basically, her main concern was not her wrestling gear, not even the car, just the helmet. And when they opened the back trunk, the back of the car, the helmet was there. She was as happy as if she won the women's title. So there was that. Again, it's cool to hear that, hey, her car, they found her car, minor damages to the car, but other than that, though, her belongings were still there. Her important belongings was still there, that is, right? Also, on NXT this week, again, I didn't watch NXT. I did not, but I did hear that Velveteen Dream made his return, right? Velveteen Dream reappeared at NXT as a surprise competitor in the main event. Dream faced off against Cameron Grimes and Kushida for a chance to be entered in the NXT North American Championship ladder match at TakeOver 30. He did win, however, which caused him to snap after the match. Velveteen Dream attacked Kushida and chased off a referee who attempted to stop him. Dream then taunted in the ring, only to be interrupted by Finn Balor, who pointed in his face with finger guns as the show came off to close. Dream and Balor will wrestle this coming Wednesday on NXT for a spot in the North American Championship ladder match. So there's that. Apparently, people have also been, I want to say, very offended by the fact that Dream is back. Apparently, they're so offended that Velveteen Dream is back in NXT, that he wasn't punished, what have you. And that's still going to be around. That's still going to be the issue, right? There's people that are on both sides of the fence. There's some fans that, again, that put all this whole issue behind them. Just move on. He's innocent, right? What have you. Then you have these fans that are upset with WWE for allowing him to be back on television while there's still an open case, what have you. And listen, I did hear the audio, apparently, where he did talk to a fan who was a minor and all that stuff. And depends what again, it does sound cringy as shit. At the same time, though, right? Let me rephrase this. Let me correct myself here. If I was booking NXT, would I brought him back? Honestly, no. I honestly would have not brought him back. That's just me, okay? However, at the same time, this is what's happening now, right? You want to get people to watch TakeOver, right? You want to, I guess, add a major name to the match, right? So there's that. You want to add a major name. I do know thus far, if I can find the list here of guys that are in this match right now, right? Let's see here. Who are in this match right now, right? NXT TakeOver 30. Who are currently in this match? Again, I've been out of the loop with NXT as well, which is crazy. Fucking insane, too. But let's see here, right? Let's see here. The matches so far, right? You have, in this ladder match, right? You have Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Cameron Grimes, right? That's what you have right now. So you want, I guess, add another name, right? In this case, Velveteen Dream, maybe a Balor. We'll see. We'll see as well. Also, I think this coming Wednesday is Johnny Gargano versus Ridge Holland. So we'll see what happens with that. I think also this coming Wednesday, you're going to have as well Pat McAfee showing up too. So there's that also. I did on SmackDown, Braun Strowman is now bald. He's a bald Universal Champion. I'm sorry, Care Bear. He is now bald. He's possessing what's supposed to be his greatest Royal Rumble match title. So there's that. I guess he's now the heel and The Fiend is the baby face, and Alexa he doesn't care for. For all we know, there could be one giant ruse, like an inside job, if you will, between Alexa and Braun to catch the Fiend off guard, for all we know, but we'll see what happens with that. So there it is. They need stars. It is what it is. Thank you, Chief. Thank you for agreeing. Fans was not happy to see Velveteen Dream back on TV. Yes, absolutely, Kevin. They were not happy. They were not happy at all. But again, like I said, they need some name value. But we'll see. Even if he does beat Johnny Gargano, my bad. Even if he does beat Finn Balor, who knows? Maybe it's Balor going into the match of TakeOver. For all we know, but we'll see. Listen, this is gonna wrap up the show this week. I'll be back this coming week. Again, I'm dropping a shitload of content this week. I have a SummerSlam prediction video. I have a TakeOver prediction video. I have a SummerSlam review this Sunday. I also have a review for TakeOver 30. So again, if you're not yet subbed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. All right. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. This podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, Anchor.fm. You can follow me on Twitter, like I mentioned, at HeelSteven. Also over on the gram. All right. Thank you all for watching, for tuning in. I have a new intro coming up. Thanks to Dave Sack by another wrestler. So be on the lookout when that also drops and all that stuff as well. As always, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, I'm Steve, and this has been another installment of Around the Point. Peace out, dorks.